Okay, so the origin of Kung Fu Toa
Kung Fu tour.
we're talking about.
Kung Fu tour goes back to when I was a teenager in Iran, my country of birth. You know, I learned the culture there, so I'm from that region. So back then, it was a man named Ibrahim Mirzai. Ibrahim Mirzai was a commander and kind of like a equivalent to a Navy SEAL in a Shahanshah time. Muhammad Reza Shahanshah, the Shah of Iran, before got overthrown in
by
1979. But Ibrahim Mirzai was a martial artist to begin with when he was in the army. So Shah recognized him and he's like, wait a minute, he's a talented man, he's in my army, let me support you. I send you to China. He went to China, he did his studies, being a martial artist, going with that mentality to China. And stay for a few years and come back with training. So he came back with his own creation that combines about 72,000, if I'm not mistaken, give and take, about 72,000 actions and reactions, and in form of 7 lines.
7 levels.
7 lines. It's called lines. Khat.
Khat.
Khat means lines.
Dawn. Mr. Donna.
Dawn. Yeah, exactly. It's equivalent of a dawn.
So equivalent to like first dawn, second dawn, third dawn.
Up to 7 dawn.
So Mirzai put khats, like first
for
line,
student.
second line,
Yeah,
third
because there was a lot of technique to learn. But the way the system is based is because of his own background and his further study in China, he came back with this really intricate way of movement, with locking the body in certain technique. Yeah, locking it when you do it, it makes the art a little more different than traditional taekwondo and karate forms. You know, because of his own background in martial law. And after revolution,
what did he start with? Like
some Japanese.
What was his background?
Some Japanese
styles.
Yes.
Because back then it was a lot of judo.
No, I think if I'm not mistaken, Gojo Ryo. Gojo Ryo, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Gojo Ryo.
But it was from Japanese descent that he learned from.
Yes, and then he went to China. I don't know for how long, 6 years, 10 years. But when he came back with this idea of his own system, and it's very, very, I would say, body conditioning awareness before
training in the arts. So he was really huge on fitness.
Very much. So you had to be like hour and a half at least to calisthenics, gymnastic type things, stretchings, body conditionings, all around the body, and then move on into forms and katas, which those were the key factor to learning the system.
Very interesting.
May I show you a piece of one of the beginning katas?
Yeah, we'll do it later.
Okay, if you want to, you can put it on your thing. You can see if not.
Do it.
Yeah. And then Ibrahim Mirzai got shot in the leg because the militiamen were jealous that he was a Shah's commander. He wants to be a Umhur, president. Boom, boom! They shot his leg.
Wow.
So his leg wasn't the same anymore, and he practically disappeared. After that, he came underground.
Wow.
And then he disappeared into Europe. I think he lives in Germany now.
So he fled.
But he's not publicly showing his face anymore.
Of course.
But his students are around the world.
Wow.
In Kung Fu Toa.
And did he pass away? Mirzai?
No, he's still alive.
He's still alive.
Yeah, but he's unwilling to show himself into public anymore.
Because of what happened.
I guess.
Yeah.
Some of his students are taking his role, but he doesn't show himself into the public anymore.
You think he's still training himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
How old would he be right now? 80s?
Oh yeah, easily.
80s.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, easily.
So he has basically created Kung Fu Toa.
Toa.
T-O-A.
T-O, the, what is that? The,
Asterisk?
yeah, that and then A, and written in the, you can also translate it as a Dao. Toa, Dao in Chinese,
Got it.
right?
Interesting.
The way, for example.
The way.
Dao. Or but Toa. Is pronounced Toa.
Toa.
Yeah. Like
Toa.
Toa. In forms, they go Toa. They open up the form and then they go into intricate way of forms. If you Google Toa, Kung Fu Toa forms, you're going to see how it's done.
Got it. Thank you, Master Saeed.
Good.
That was awesome.
And my training from Kung Fu Toa was that I didn't train under Mizrahi. I trained under one of his last hat, the 7th dan, or the whatever level was. You get a green sash.
Got it.
Because you have to wear it in a really traditional way. Stays on this side or the left side, I think, the right side, I don't remember. And it was a way to do it. It was a ceremony every class. At the end, he would say, okay, whatever, and then everybody would, in a format, sit down and fold their sash, and then they pay respect to it. Make sense?
That's amazing.
Amos.
Hi, Amos.
My doggy.
Hi, Amos.
Amos, my doggy.
Say hi, Amos.
Moose Mouse. Look, that's his name. Moose Mouse.
Hi.
Moose Mouse. Stay there. Moose Mouse. Moose Mouse. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, that's. And then what happened is the militiamen, the government of Iran said, Kung Fu Toa, close all schools. What the hell? Why?
Because of Mizrahi.
Because of Mizrahi. They said he was a communist because he trained in China. Dude, he's a martial artist. But they were scared of his followers because they were all they knew how to do damage.
And so they didn't want him to control the popular masses.
Yes.
Because he would have overruled.
Yes, and plus because he practiced in China and he was with Shah, they were like, he's a communist.
All the communists, forget it.
So they closed all the schools, and then what happened to us as a student, that we trained in parks. We would get together like at 9 at night because we didn't want to be seen by government people that be training Kung Fu Toa, because we would go with our uniforms. We train, go at night or go like way early in the morning, like 3 in the morning.
Thank you, Kathy.
Come get it while it's hot. It's the eggs. You can't eat
I love you.
cold.
Thank you so much.
Look at that.
Serving 3 in the morning, or go to late at night. So we would go to 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. Then nobody would be around the park.
So it kind of underground training.
Exactly. It was underground training, and I trained with his high-ranked students, not himself. But I know the history behind the whole thing about what happened to him.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
From a man that lived the history.
Yeah, Kung Fu Toa, I think I did it up to 3 years. And then my last hat was 2. I got to second hat, or line. And I didn't get my 3, but I was working to get it.
To get the 3rd.
Then I came outside Iran.
Very nice.
Yeah. But all these students are actually spread around the world. They're training in Italy, in Europe, in Turkey, all known as Kung Fu Toa, which comes from Iran.
That's amazing.